Hello. Who's out there? Who can name that song? I hope so. It's the song of the day. Douce, Ambiance, Django, Reinhardt. I'm missing one thing. Hold on a sec. Type in the chat who's here, who's watching. Hopefully some people will tune in so we can have the live stream. I'm missing one important prop. Yes, today's live stream is brought to you by coffee. Wow, look at that. People are tuning in. I appreciate it. Because without you, these wouldn't be happening. So thanks for tuning in on this nice sunny day. Is it sunny where you are at? Tell me where you're at, what the weather's like. Tell me what your favorite Django Reinhardt song is. Dave, welcome. Any other Daves here? Any Bobs? Any Grahams, Carls, Keiths, Daves, Davids, Toms? I'm just being silly here as I have some more coffee. You guys ready to get started? Look at that. Chris, welcome. 4 here. Chris, I bet it's cold in Toronto, huh? Freezing. Gerhard, welcome back. From Germany, it's cold and rainy. Well, it's going to be like that here in a couple days, so we're enjoying the sunshine. I'm almost going to bail on you guys to go out for a nice sunny walk. But I'm here. Oh, I thought I had my whammy bar for a second. And I'm going to go over this beautiful Django Reinhardt composition. I'm going to walk you through it note by note. I do have bonus lessons already on Patreon and such, but it's nice just to do a live stream on some of my favorite songs to play. So grab the PDF if you haven't already grabbed it. I'm going to grab it too. Type in the chat who else is here. Don't forget to do this. This is what keeps it going, so I appreciate it. I actually just updated that Patreon, that post there. If you type in the comments, I put my tabs for it too. Earlier, I just put the lead sheet, the chart, but now I updated it so you can grab the tabs. Terry, welcome back. Carl, oh, rainy day in London. Not foggy though, huh? Yuri, welcome back. Where are you from, Yuri? Are you from the States? Are you in the States? You guys can go to Patreon, grab that free PDF and a chart. Sometimes it's nice just to read the chart. If you read my tabs, they're very specific to where I would play the fingering. But sometimes I like just using the lead sheet. So like for this song, I might play the melody here. Sometimes I might play it up an octave. Okay. I think I've got to lower the shade so lower the glare factor on the shiny Strat that I have going on here. So yeah, oh, Russia, nice. Welcome. And I'm sure it's cold there today, huh? In Russia? Okay, I'm going to get started. Thanks for saying hello and chatting with me in the chat here, you guys. Don't forget to do this. I'm going to go to my Patreon page, which is where I archive all of my lessons and materials. And there's also a link in the description if you are not a Patreon member and just want to get the etudes. There's 3 etudes for Douce Ambiance. But I would recommend that you grab the free PDF. And so I just posted it right here. It looks like this. Oh, wait. It's loading. This is the lead sheet with tabs. Okay. So grab that. The link is in the description. This is a classic Django song, very important song, very popular song to learn and play. You could also just look at the other lead sheet if you want without the tabs, if you don't play guitar. But this will be specific to where I like to play the melody. Okay. Eric, welcome. Good to see you here. It's a great tune. It starts off with this classic intro. I'm going to show you the intro, how I wrote it here. The character of it is characterized rather by this pedal tone. It's a D note. Pretty hard, right? Just repeated in that rhythm, 1 and 2 and. But what's beautiful is the pedal tone often something else will be moving around it to create harmonic interest. That's often a pedal tone. One example is the Jobim tune, One Note Samba. Give those one note. There's often the harmonic movement around it. So in this case, Django is doing this. And then he continues with the theme. Very important motif, that da 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 da. It's a rhythmic motif. So again, that pedal tone, let me show you what's going on here. D7, okay? And this is all in the tabs here if you just want to follow the tabs. E flat major 7. It may not be exactly how Django's doing this. This is just my own arrangement. E7 like this. Keith, welcome. F6 like this. F6 is just a D minor triad in this case. But if you put an F in the bass, it would sound like F6. So it's kind of a combo. So check it out slowly. D7. E flat major 7. E dominant 7 is kind of rising here chromatically, the bass, F6. Now after the F6, we're going to go to B flat 6, and I'm doing it like this. I'm putting an open G string in here, so I'm going. Okay. And then back to that E flat major 7, but this time I'm doing here as a 3-note shape. You can go over here, do that, so it's your choice. Now we have a D7 sus4. So again, the D note is staying acting as a pedal tone. It's just constant. So that's a D7 sus4. Here's D7. So we want to suss it out first by putting the F sharp to a G, and then it resolves if you wanted to. And then the bass. And then we're off into the melody and the chords. So for the A section. So you can do this. bass run. D7 into the G. And that's all notated here in the tabs. If you are just tuning in, grab the tabs, note for note, to how I wrote it and how I usually play it. Sometimes I will play it up here just to show you a variation. D triad, E flat major 7, E7, F6. This is kind of a neat way to see it because you get this moving triad by doing this. That major triad's creeping up chromatically. And then once you're on the F major 7, then you can go to B flat 6, or you could even go to B flat major 7 if you want. But B flat 6 is nice. And then E flat major 7. And then you can suss out the D. Or if you want a little darker, flat the 9. This is a D9 sus 4. Here's D in the bass. And that's a sus to the regular D9. And if you want to flat the 9, take the E and flat it. It's a little bit darker. That's a nice variation on the intro. So that would sound something like this. And then we're off into the chords. Add some lip pump. And that's your A section there for the chords. So we'll talk about the chords in a second here. So hopefully you got the intro. It's really beautiful. We want to use that intro as an outro as well, a la Django. Okay, all of his recording there. Most people will do it this way. So it's important that you do learn this intro. A lot of songs don't have an intro that's important. This one does, that you want to kind of learn this arrangement. Same start for Stevie Ray Vaughan's Pride and Joy. Oh, seriously? I haven't heard that song for years. But that's interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Someone will have to check that out and post a link in the description. I'm curious on that. If so, that's really amazing that Stevie was influenced by Django. But it is this chromatic movement. Okay, let's hit the A section here. Please feel free to type in the comments and chat along. The A section, G minor 6. We'll do chords first. D7. I'm often doing a 3-note voicing with A in the bass. So it kind of looks like an A dim 7. So I do this. Sometimes I have the flat 9 on here. And then back to G minor 6. F/A. It's a very special chord for the walk up into the 4 chord. We're in the key of G minor. B flat 6, which is essentially an inversion of G minor 7. B dim 7, leading tone. That's a sub for G7 into the C minor, the 4. That's kind of fancy and really nice if you want to get that walk up here. G minor 6, F/A, B flat 6, B dim 7, C minor 6. You can simplify it just by doing 3-note shapes, and it'll sound like this. And then back to the 1. Don't forget we're in the key of G minor. That means C minor's a 4, D7's a 5. Okay, but you have this beautiful walk up. Now on the first time, you'll see some different arrangements for this. I play A flat 7, tritone sub for D7 to D7. Because the melody on that part goes. So I put an A flat 7 to harmonize. And then the D7. And that's again tritone sub for the D7. A flat 7 is the tritone I always do this to demonstrate tritone. And that's where you can do all these fun licks like for the substitution or some whole tone or. So again, that's tritone sub there. We'll talk more about some improv ideas as well. And definitely grab my etudes if you're interested. You can get them on Patreon. I just reposted it. The newest post on Patreon for Patreon members, or you can get the 3 etudes in the description if you want to purchase them separately from Patreon. So let's do those chords again. 1, 2, A section. I'm just doing 3-note voicings here. A flat 7, D7. And sometimes I go, I'll mix up those tritone. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. A flat, D7. Let's do the A section again, just that first A. Get that bass movement. Okay. The second time, if you want to look at my chart here, this will be the bottom system, A minor 6 to D7. So that's to me the variation, the melody. Okay, so A minor 6, D7, G minor 6. That's typically what we just call a 2-5-1. Okay, no tritone sub there. And that's the difference. I like to differentiate that A section, the 2 A sections there. Okay, so again, check out the PDF, grab it. If you don't have it, it's all there for you with the tabs of the melody as well. Okay, let's play the A section, the chords together. This is a practice session, so I know many of you are just learning it for the first time. We'll go nice and slow. Type in the chat if you have any questions. 1, 2, A section. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that chromatic walk-up bass. A flat 7, the first A, D7, and second A. Second A minor, D7, G minor 6. Okay, that's the difference there. Let's go and hit the melody for this before we hit the B section here. I'm just following exactly what I'm writing, but I might show you some variations as well. Don't forget to do this if you guys are enjoying these videos, these live streams. I appreciate it. All right. The melody. I'm just playing it right here on this D minor. Don't forget we're in the key of G minor. So to me, that kind of means I want to know this G harmonic minor scale. And G melodic minor, because I love those flavors for soloing purposes, and also to help me kind of get my fingering, my position, so I can noodle around with the melody. However, there's some tritone sub, as I mentioned too, so that should help you quite a bit just by getting your modes and your scales down. The mode is Aeolian if you want to think natural minor, if you're a mode person. Dorian would be nice too. If you want to get bluesy, little Stevie Ray Vaughan style, get bluesy too. These days, a lot of the players who play this style fuse a lot of rock licks and blues licks. So, make up your own sound and your own style inspired by Django. Django would have done that too, probably. He would have progressed, right? All right, so we have the melody. Nice and slow. Okay, so there's a nice little slur here, decoration around the 5. This is the 5th of G minor, the D note. Very important note. Don't forget, that was the intro too, right? That note, that constant note. And now the melodies. Okay, try to get that slur. And to me, that's very important, that slur. That's what I'm saying. Try to get this triplet. That to me is very important flavor of Django. And that just by doing that one little exercise, this, and going through the different chord tones of the G minor, and that's part of my etude, is I do a lot of that type of slurring a la Django. And take it through the chord progression. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out my etudes. But I'll be pointing out some of these little really subtle articulations that are really sweet. So in this case, the pedal tone. Now we're on measure 5 of the A section. We're on the C minor, and Django's now focusing on the C note. So if I ask you, what is C in relationship to C minor, you would say what? Kind of a trick question. You're like, is there something hidden behind that? Is it harder than it is? No. Eric would say it's the root. Exactly. The root's so powerful, especially in swing. You want to make sure you can target these roots. The chord tones, and that's again what my etudes are often about, is to make sure that you can target, and that I can target chord tones and really outline the changes. So in this case, you have a beautiful melody that's essentially like an etude, right? Let's get the timing here. It's again. Da da ba da 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 ba da ba da bum 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 da da ba da 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 da. Really, swing that. Get the timing. Get that quarter note triplet. Ba da 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 da. That quarter note triplet creates a nice tension. Da 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 da. First A section. Ba da ba da 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 ba. Quarter note triplet. Ba 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 da 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 da. Maybe vocalize it. Okay, so try to sing what you play. Make it really lyrical when you're playing the melodies. Try to think of it like a horn or violin or vocalist for that matter. Just try to sing along and play. Thanks, Yuri. I appreciate it. So again, sing the melodies, really learn the melodies to these songs. Don't ignore it just to, just to solo. My suggestion is learn the melodies. You can get everything you need from the melodies to give you ideas for your soloing. And that's what I'm here for, is to help you extract it. Oh, Rick, I thought you were Terry for some reason. I got 2 tangos. Good to see you, Rick. I get confused with your guys' nicknames here. Okay, so your turn. I'm going to play the chords for you. You play the melody. I'll sing it with you. 1, A section. 1, 2, 3, play it. Da 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 ba da 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 bum bum. And then now the second time, let's just go ahead and go to the second and da 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 dum. It's A, B flat, and G, kind of like a minor blues, like da 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 bum. And now you've completed both A's. There's just that little variation, A and the B. Hey Rick, good to see you. Well, see you. Hope your jam session went well yesterday. I look forward to hearing about it in the next Diamond Tier plug. I do have 4 more Diamond Tier spots available on Patreon. Diamond Tier, you can work with me one-on-one each month in a private Zoom lesson, and we cover whatever you wish. 4 more lessons, so feel free to, if you're a Patreon member, consider upgrading. If you're new, consider joining. Let's go ahead and do that A section again. Today's just a good practice session teaching you this classic Django song, Douce Ambiance, if it's new for you. It's such a great tune to know, okay? Again, when I'm teaching and when I'm practicing myself, I don't want to just blaze through the whole song. I want to really learn a section of it really, really well, so I feel like I have it down. And I hopefully many of you will practice that way too, instead of just kind of getting in a little bit. So let's just play that melody again. This is as written. If you're just joining in, we're going through Django Reinhardt's Douce Ambiance, Sweet Atmosphere. I've got my tabs to how I play the melody in the arrangement, and including the intro and the outro as well. Let's go ahead and start from the melody on the A section. We'll play through the whole thing together. From the A section, nice and slow. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. C minor. Vocalize it. This is the second A. Okay. I'm going to play chords for you while you play the melody and sing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I sang that wrong. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da ba da 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 bum bum. Ba da 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 bum. B section. Hopefully you guys got that down. This is, again, just a good practice session for you. If you're just learning it, this is kind of how I like to teach in my workshops. So you're getting kind of a dose of that. Usually I'm offering my weekly Gypsy Jazz Bootcamp class, going through Django compositions, Gypsy Jazz classics, and etudes and stuff like that, but I'm not this term. So instead, join me here for these free live streams. Take a look at the B section. Django loved half steps. He absolutely loved half steps. He loved this. He loved, or maybe he loved to move in half steps. Such a powerful musical idea concept. You could kind of think of it as tritone substitution, like that half steps to 5 of this, it's a sub for the 5. But in this case, modulation, he takes, and he does this in Djangology. He moves things around in half steps. It's such a great trick for composing and arranging ideas. So what he does here is goes up a half step to A flat minor. Specifically, I'm using the minor 6 chord because that's the flavor. We want that 6. So here it is, the B section. 4 bars. And then A minor 6, chromatic, right? So this is kind of like a cousin of Djangology, because Djangology, he's in the major key, G major. Then he goes up to A flat 6. Then he goes to A6. So this is in the minor, the parallel. So this would make a great complementary study for you with Djangology if you're wanting to work on, a tune that's related in some way. So we have the ending of the A section, 2-5-1, da 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 da, and then up a half step, A flat minor 6, 3, 4. And I'll show you that little very important rhythmic hook and tag into it, just for these dominant chords, essentially following the diminished scale if we're going every 3 frets. If you're wondering, what do I do for soloing on that? We'll talk about that in a second. B section, super easy. A flat minor 6. 4 bars. A minor 6. 4 bars. Now let me show you this hook. Oh, sorry, I lied. Not 4 bars, 2 bars, because you got to get this rhythmic hook here. The whole band needs to hit this together. Bum, dun, dun, bum, bum. F7, E7, E flat 7, D flat 7, or C sharp 7, whatever you wish to call it, into the D7. We want to get to the 5 from this F7. So let's do that again. F7, E7, E flat 7, skip the D7, we're doing enclosure technique, C sharp 7 into the D7. And the rhythm is bum, 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 as written, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Very, very important. You get that rhythmic hook. Okay? Let's do that together. Just that rhythmic hook on their 2-measure hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, one more time. Let's put the B section into context. Just rhythm guitar. 1, 2, 3, 4. A flat minor 6. A minor 6. Get ready for that rhythmic hook. Last A. Da 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 da. And then now we have to look to see what we want to do for the last A. Do we want to do A flat tritone sub or the 2-5-1? You guessed it, 2-5-1. Okay, A minor, D7, G minor, 2-5-1. Would it sound bad to go A flat D7 1? No. That's basically tritone, like you're just hanging out on the D7 with a flat 5. So that could be fine, 2, 5, 1. But if you're playing with the melody, and the melody is going to be doing an A natural, then you probably want to do the A minor to harmonize it. The flat, that would be flat 9, which is not bad. Anything really goes. You can justify anything. You just play the chromatic scale and sound good, as long as you're swinging, right? So that's the last A. Let's do the B section and the last A, just rhythm guitar, and then we'll hit the melody. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bars on the A flat minor, 2 bars, and the hook. Last A. Walk up. Top. Let's keep it going. How's the tempo? Two, 5. B section. Ready? Hook. Maybe boom truck style. 5-1. Outro. Just like the intro. And then that little hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how I wrote it. If I wrote it right. 3, 4, 1. That's how Django did it on the recording. And that was a chromatic walk down from the 5 to the 1. So if you're in the key of G minor, what's the 5th of G? This is how you can remember these things, is thinking a little bit of theory, right? In this case, because you can use this riff, this ending riff, anywhere in any key, as long as you know I got to start on the 5th degree. So in G, the 5th is D. Thanks, Eric. 1. Cool riff, chromatic. Kind of the brother or sister or relative, him, her, she, he, of this. 1. It sounds sweet if someone else did that too, against it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1. 1. Try to play it in different places. Work out the fingerings. 3, 4, 1. Okay. That's my little spiel on ending licks. Work out those. The other lick too, of course, the classic ending lick. 1. 1. 1. Work that out everywhere. So you just have those ending licks down. In this case, this is a very specific one. This chromatic walk down. 1. And you can do 5, 1. So again, my recommendation, go back to some other songs. Go back to All of Me for no particular reason. That once was my heart. Put that ending lick, and All of Me, I was demonstrating the key of C. You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? So I start on G, 1, to the C. So again, try to make sure that you can apply these licks and phrases immediately to your soloing. You guys ready to hit the B section? You guys enjoying this lesson today? I love the pedal tone concept. Such a neat. You can do a lot of cool things. Let's hit the B section melody. We didn't do that. We got all the chords down. We've got the outro. We'll review that outro. The outro is just like the intro, except for that ending lick. Okay. So the B section, we're on an A flat minor, and he does his minor arpeggio. It's a minor 7 arpeggio to the 6. There's in a minor 6. I better look minor 7 to the minor 6. So let's see. I better double check what I wrote here. Oh yeah, it's not arpeggio. It's a scale. So it's actually a Dorian mode. It's a rare example, I think, of Django playing just a Dorian. Which Dorian? Against the A flat minor 6, A flat minor Dorian. So run that scale with me, A flat Dorian. Okay, 1, I'm going to talk in terms of numbers, not tabs, but formula. 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 8. Okay, let's do that again. 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, just like a minor 6 chord, flat 7, just like a minor 7 chord, 8, 1. Now we can start here and go 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 8. So Django's going, he goes right up that A flat Dorian mode. Okay. Very Miles Davis style. Yeah, I'm thinking of this. Dorian. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Again. Boo, do, 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 and get that rhythm. Bum, 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 bum. So what? See what I'm saying? So what? There's maybe some similarities to these modal songs. And then this arpeggio down. That's my cat in the background. I'm trying to read what I wrote here. That's how I usually play it. Sorry about my cat. Ba-da-da-lia-da-ba-dee-ba-dum. Get that triplet. 2. And we actually want to anticipate it. Right now I'm just demonstrating right on the beat. But we want to go 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And 2, 3, 4. And again, that's right out of the Dorian mode. 2, 3, 4. Again. Your turn. Same thing, move it up a half step. Django loved half steps. A minor, Dorian. And then this. That rhythmic hook. You can do it anywhere. I like to do something diminished. So you could diminish it out if you want to as well. Okay, let's get that whole B section now. And you can just strike those dominant 7th chords on measure 7 and 8 of the B section. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. One more time, a little bit slower, a lot slower. Your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready for that hook? I'll play it with you. Same tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Last day. Let's take it out. C minor. Tritone. B section with me. Boo ba doo ba da dee da 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 da. Boo da doo da 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 dee da. Get the hook. Bum bum bum. take it. I'll harmonize. Outro. Lick. 1. G minor 6 with the major 7. And that's a melodic minor scale. Did you guys get it? How was that? Good practice session? Let me know if you're enjoying these. I appreciate it. Appreciate you joining me for the practice. I actually haven't played this tune in a while, so it's good practice for me too. I'll be choosing songs that I haven't played in a long time so that I can relearn it how I wrote it too. Excuse me, how Django wrote it, but how I like to play it. Thanks, Carl. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think we should do it again. I'm just going to say, check out my etudes online on Patreon. The link's in the description. If you want to work on soloing, it's pretty detailed as far as I'm kind of going through some of it too, like outlining and Dorian mode and all that stuff, and some good licks and stuff like that too. Oh, good, Eric. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. The fancy chords within lead comping, Alexander. Need a few fancy chords. Well, that's interesting. Let's talk about that for a second here. I was about to go enjoy this nice sunny day here, but Alex has a good question. Let's do it. Let's do some chords like this for a second here. We have G minor 6 like this. Let's do it like this. We have D7 here. Let's do A dim 7, G minor 6. Okay, this is almost like the Barry Harris method, right? Minor 6, diminish, minor 6, diminish, minor 6, diminish, minor 6, diminish. You know what I'm saying? So you can use that method if you're not familiar with that 6 diminished scale. That works extremely well on gypsy jazz. I'm looking at Rick's comment on the non-tabs PDF. Yeah, that's not my chart though. That's the Django Fakebook chart that I had posted that a lot of people use, the Django Fakebook. Rick, thanks for mentioning that. I'll post that Django Fakebook on Patreon. I think I had talked to you about that actually in our private lesson, that you didn't have that book. There will be some discrepancies between these. This is again how I played it, but Django recorded it a couple times, I believe. And I think I just cross-reference with what Django played. Many people will do what the Django book says, the Django fake book. Don't always believe that's correct. Don't always believe I'm correct. You know, you can make your own decision after listening and cross-referencing your favorite versions, whether it's Django or Stocklow or Borelli or whoever your favorite players are, and come up with your own arrangement. All I can say is that it'll all be good. It's all safe, whether you play an A or A flat. I'm not going to worry too much about particular details. The only time you want to really focus on those small details is when you're playing with your buddies, you know, your ensemble. You guys want to make sure you say, hey, let's play A flat or let's play A natural and just play it correctly together. But even then, we can justify, ooh, that was pretty sweet to have this little minor second interval. It can all be justified. So I'm gonna address Alexander question on some fancy chords for a second. Chord soloing, perhaps. Again, check out Patreon. I've got a ton of chord soloing studies. So what I'm just going to demonstrate here is just use of inversions. Because if you don't know these, I would recommend that you start here. G minor 6 inversions. G minor 6, G minor 6, G minor 6, G minor 6, G minor 6 with a major 7. So, you know, if the band's doing this, you go hit that chord. I like a lot of, and this is an augmented too. You can get really fancy to. Django uses quite a bit. This minor 6 with a major 7. But you got to know minor 6 first. Minor 6, minor 6, minor 6, minor 6. And then for the D7, that's your 5 chord. So we have D7 flat 9, D7 flat 9, D7 flat 9, D7 flat 9, D7 flat 9. Notice I'm saying D7 flat 9, but I'm just playing diminished 7. That's a very important flavor. So check out this little exercise just for measures 1 and measure 2. Just do this. That's pretty fun, right? So just put it through the progression. So let's go on a little bit further here just to demonstrate. G minor 6, S/A, B flat 6, B dim 7, C minor. If you do that on the top 4 strings, you get this. And I'm going to do a diminish here. Beautiful. And then B flat 6, I'm going to do this. Diminish, C minor. So again, what I'm thinking, this concept here is whatever I do in the bass, like this, I can do it on the top string as well, because look at this. Guitar players are blessed with E6 and E1. So you can visualize, if you do bass lines like this on the 6th string, then you can do this. G minor. First ending, A flat 7, D7. So I'm showing some, or maybe sharp 9. Slowly. Walk up. Tritone. So, when I'm thinking that's A flat, D, to me that's just all D7 stuff. So yeah, you could do this augmented stuff. Whole tone scale. Guitar players love. And that's a really dreamy sound. So you don't even need to worry if the band is doing A flat, 7, D7. You could just think this. Because that works great. That's the tritone substitution, right? A and D flat, A flat, D, A flat, D. You could do all these great licks, or this beautiful sound. Django used that flavor quite a bit. But again, as a chord, you could think the whole tone scale. And chords, you think the augmented. Okay, so that ties in all your improvisation and chordal stuff together. You have to understand the harmonic movements in the language. Okay, you got to go beyond just the face value. You have to understand, he's using tritone sub, or the band's using tritone sub. That means you can use the whole tone scale. And really, it's just a quick fix and get that Django flavor. So again, that's pretty fun right there. If you could just make a chord study, you got to know your inversions. G minor 6, G minor 6, G minor 6, G minor 6, G minor 6. Diminished 7 is the easiest one. Well, that and augmented. These are things, if you guys are Pat Martino fans, watch some of his videos. He talks about what's automatic on the guitar. I love that. It's automatic. It's on the piano. It's not as automatic, but on the guitar, it's so easy just for us to do this. And then when we do this, that's all just diminished. That's all just part of the diminished family, the 3 frets trick. Essentially, that one diminished 7 chord can be a part of 4 different dominants. That's a very important concept to master. So again, you're not going to worry about the small details. You'll just know, that I can do the same diminish. Just like this, when we're doing this, A flat 7, D7, they share the same diminish. So you just run sequences, patterns. You don't have to worry about which dominant chord you're on, because they're the same one. Same with F7. Okay, they're all the same. F7, A flat 7, D7, they all share the same dim 7 arpeggio. Those are dominant chords. Now you kind of got me excited about talking some chord melody here. So G minor 6, diminished. Just practice these inversions. these PDFs are on Patreon, you guys, if you want to learn more about chord soloing, chord inversions. Just check out my lessons on chord soloing and inversions. But again, I love that walk up this G minor, A flat 13, why not? And then maybe that augmented. Okay, and then the B section goes to the A flat minor 6, A flat minor 6. You want to think about those inversions again. A flat minor 6 is equivalent. This is a little pop quiz here for you right at the end. A flat minor 6 is equivalent to what minor 7 flat 5? This is very important that you can relate these, because this helps you learn the fretboard and helps you learn your arpeggios. A flat minor 6 is equivalent to what minor 7 flat 5? A flat minor 6. Do you guys know the answer? This helps me quite a bit, and I try to teach this method to my students. 3 frets is the magic number. So A flat minor 6, walk it down 3 frets, F minor 7 flat 5. Yeah, Eric. So when I'm just kind of just noodling around with some arpeggios, F minor 7 flat 5 is the same as A flat minor 6. So you can have a lot of fun kind of connecting the dots. That's my little spiel on that. Yeah, Jeffrey, good to see you. A flat minor 6. Okay. And then A minor 6 is equivalent to F sharp minor 7 flat 5. So again, you go F sharp minor 7, all that stuff. And then on this part, just think this, the diminished. But don't, mess around, get some other cool colors. Have fun, just experiment. Throw in some blues licks, anything kind of goes. Don't just go only by the textbooks too. Okay. Well, thanks again. I hope you guys enjoyed today's live stream covering some Django. Check out all of my Django lessons in Gypsy Jazz on Patreon. I'm not a purist in any sense. Obviously, I'm using a Strat, so I love the music of Django Reinhardt, compositions. I love to play it my way, and that's how I like to share it too. So check out my etudes and all that stuff on Patreon. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the rest of the weekend. Don't be surprised to see me tomorrow for we'll do a fun song tomorrow, maybe something sweet like a ballad. My favorite, Chet Baker. So I was kind of thinking maybe we could do maybe this one. I fall in love too easily. Okay, if you're interested in that. Or something maybe like Cheek to Cheek. Something that's really fun and swingy, great for a Sunday afternoon. Hopefully it won't be a rainy day tomorrow. Have a good day. See you guys next time. Cheers.